Imagine the President of the United States venting raw frustration on a live mic. President Donald Trump was caught doing just that, blasting Republicans for blocking his U.S. attorney picks. The viral clip surfaced right after a cabinet meeting, capturing Trump saying, I can't appoint anyone amid ongoing nomination battles. This unfiltered moment highlights tensions in his own party just days ago on December 9, 2025. The hot mic outburst came as journalists left the room following Trump's cabinet session. He expressed fury over lapsed terms for his appointees, claiming they go into default and cause losses. Key treater, his former personal attorney, Alina Habba, resigned as U.S. Attorney for New Jersey after a federal appeals court ruled her tenure unlawful. Trump specifically called out Senate procedures like the blue slip rule, enabled by Republicans like Senator Chuck Grassley, which lets Democratic home state senators veto nominees. This exposes deepening GOP rifts, with Trump forced to eye Democratic candidates due to blocks from his allies. It ties into broader party frustrations, like Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's recent critiques of Republican priorities and her resignation hints. As president pushing his agenda, these hurdles slow his plans, fueling viral backlash on social media. Blue slip rule blocks Trump's picks, drawing his direct ire at Grassley. Habba's failed New Jersey rule, opposed by Democratic Senators Cory Booker and Andy Kim, echoes GOP infighting, with figures like Representative Brian Fitzpatrick questioning party focus on issues like Affordable Care Act subsidies. Videos spread rapidly on X and YouTube, amplifying Trump's pissed-off tone post-cabinet. President Donald Trump appeared to doze off during a White House Cabinet Room roundtable on December 8, 2025, jolting awake amid praise from his team. Cameras captured the 79-year-old president closing his eyes for 10 to 15 seconds multiple times, just after he boasted about feeling sharper than 25 years ago. This viral clip reignited Sleepy Dawn memes across social media, echoing a similar incident days earlier. The event focused on announcing a multi-billion-dollar aid package for U.S. farmers hit by trade wars. Trump nodded off while listening to cabinet members, like Housing Secretary Scott Turner, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt defended him, claiming he listened attentively and led the 3-hour session before taking questions. This marks the second public dozing episode in under a week, following a December 2 cabinet meeting where Trump fought sleep for nearly 20 minutes per video analysis. Earlier, on November 6th, clearer Oval Office footage showed similar struggles, sparking health rumors despite his recent perfect physical exam claims. Critics like California Governor Gavin Newsom fueled Dozy Dawn and the Nodfather jabs online. Media outlets like CNN, USA Today, and the New York Times highlighted slowed blinks and head droops during the sessions. Trump lashed out at reporters beforehand, calling them crazy for questioning his vitality after late-night social media posts. Defenders note his age, early mornings, and media accessibility compared to predecessors, dismissing it as non-issue. Viral videos on YouTube and X amplified mockery, tying into past Biden Sleepy Joe taunts. Seth Meyers tore into President Donald Trump on late night for accepting a newly invented FIFA Peace Prize, calling it a phony accolade tailored to Trump's ego. The December 8, 2025 monologue highlighted Trump's glee at the Golden Trophy and self-awarded medal during a 2026 World Cup draw event at the Kennedy Center. Meyers quipped it's no surprise Trump craves shiny honors, replaying clips of his past Emmy obsessions and debunked Michigan Man of the Year boasts. Myers mocked Trump's soccer rant, suggesting America rename football since soccer is the real football, a flip-flop that would enrage him from others. He joked the creepy trophy, with hands lifting a globe, screams anything but peace, comparing self-meddling to lighting your own birthday candles. A supercut showed Trump fixating on unearned awards, like strutting toward a non-winning Emmy stage. Late-night peers piled on. Jon Stewart dubbed the prize an entirely fictitious golden butt plug conceived to stroke Trump's ego. SNL's Colin Jost sarcastically praised the Soccer Peace Prize, with Trump's distorted hands dragging the planet into chaos. The View's Sunny Hostin and Ana Navarro called it a fake honor for Obama's Nobel rival, with Navarro mimicking Oval Office trinket distractions. FIFA's new annual prize, presented by President Gianni Infantino, lacked criteria, nominees, or council approval, drawing Human Rights Watch skepticism. Trump called it one of the great honors of my life, but crowds labeled it pathetic and corrupt amid World Cup hype. California Governor Gavin Newsom trolled with his own mock Peace Prize ceremony. Echoes Trump's history of dubious accolades, fueling endless comedian fodder. President Donald Trump's approval rating in Florida has dipped to around 44% as of early December 2025, trailing disapproval amid economic pressures and policy controversies. Despite his Mar-a-Lago base in the Sunshine State, recent polls show a net negative trend, down from higher marks earlier in the year. This comes as national ratings hover near 36 to 39%, reflecting government shutdown fallout and inflation woe. Civiqs data places Florida at 44% approval versus higher disapproval, placing it among 18 states still above 50% water, but slipping overall. Earlier Morning Consult polls showed 51% approval in November, steady before recent declines tied to grocery prices and tariffs. CBS YouGov pegged it lower at 40% from late November surveys of U.S. adults. Economy tops voter concerns, with 60% saying Trump downplays inflation reality despite cheaper Walmart bundles claims. Government shutdown and Epstein email scandals eroded support, pushing national lows to 41 to 43%. Florida's battleground status amplifies shifts, impacting GOP midterms and Trump's home turf leverage. Compared to red states like West Virginia, 60%, or Wyoming, 66%, Florida's 44% signals softening Sunbelt backing. Trump's ratings stabilized post-inauguration, but tanked recently, lower than predecessors at year-end per Gallup history. Positive in 24 states per Morning Consult, but underwater in blue strongholds like California, 27%. Florida's dip echoes Texas trends, raising questions for 2026 races.